the sports episode of Upper Spiral, everybody.
Yes. Today's episode, we are talking about the sport movies that made us want to play sports.
Yes.
We're going to be watching the clips of the movies that really made us want to become sports stars. So here's a confession to everyone at home. I don't do sports.
No.
I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and in that part of the world, football reigns supreme. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a very, very popular sport. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the kids that I grew up with in Oklahoma are huge and like football. Yeah. But I always told people, I was like, I can't catch a football because I was born with jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
They'd say, go long, and I go, way. So these hands were not meant to catch a football.
No. But you used them to wrestle, and that was something, man. That was a big choice. That was a big pull.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I thought if I can't seem to kick a ball, hit a ball, I can
beat the
grab
crap
some
out of
balls.
Yes, grab the balls. Clayton, you are obviously a massive athlete.
Massive athlete. I am so good at sports. I am not good at sports.
But you, sir, are an athlete. You have been into sports your whole life. You're a sports fan, and it's rubbed off on me. Because your love of sports is infectious. It's exciting. You've brought me to many games. You've made me a fan of the Clippers. You've brought me to I've seen every single sporting event in Los Angeles because of you.
We've seen Rams. We've seen Kings. We've seen Dodgers. We've seen
Clippers and Lakers. Anyway, but to your sporting prowess, tell us a little bit about the sports that you played growing up and kind of your favorites.
Australia is freaking obsessed with sports.
Yeah.
It don't sound like it, but mom and dad are both Australians.
Yeah.
And so I'm the anchor baby because I'm the reason they get to stay. Because I was the first one born here.
Yeah.
But we spent a lot of time in Australia as a youngster and growing up, and because of my parents, I'm very much into sports culture. So my uncle was a professional Aussie rules football player. My cousin was a Pat Cash. He won Wimbledon.
Wow.
I have another cousin who is a professional cricket player. My uncle, huge at tennis. My dad is a phenomenal swimmer.
Yeah.
So it's
ingrained.
We almost didn't have a choice. They're like throwing
part of the
balls
culture.
At us. Yeah. Both my brother and sister played soccer in college. The reason I didn't is because, oddly enough, while I love sports and I play sports all the time, I was also born with jazz hands.
Yes, you do have them as well.
That's how we all know
they're
each other.
under sporting gloves, but they're there.
I can use them to catch things as well.
Yes,
they're different kind of, but I love.
Yeah,
I got so into arts, and at the time I was
catching your dance partners. Is
yes. We're gonna reenact Dirty Dancing at the end of this.
Nobody puts Jakey in a corner.
Nobody puts Jakey in a corner.
So we're rocking hard on the sports here today,
I love
boys.
sports.
I believe I'm the one who's kicking off the first.
Yes, you are, my man.
So this comes from the early 1980s, and I was very young when I saw this movie. I didn't see it in the theater. I think my parents might have rented it, or it might have even been on TV. And there was so much in this movie that was way over my head. Yeah. Very adult themes, very adult subject matter. But there was one thing that you could not deny, and then that was there was magic in the movements, music, slow-mo style of The Natural.
Oh, I love this movie.
So what we're setting up here is Robert Redford's character, Roy Hobbs, has just lost his special bat that was struck by lightning. A wood struck by lightning called Wonder Boy, and it just snapped right before this. And up until this point, as a kid, I was thinking, oh, he has to have his magical bat in order to do it. Now, this kid has just brought him the bat he made called the Savoy Special. It's the one he made. And this is that kind of Dumbo moment where you don't need the feather to fly.
Right. And you see the injury too. You notice on the blood on his.
Yeah, he had an injury, a bullet that they found, and they said you shouldn't play anymore. It's gonna be a problem.
Tear. Yeah, it's gonna cause you damage. Yeah. That movie too.
You came prepared, baby. Prepare this time, dadgummit, because holy hell. It's just... For a kid who knew nothing about baseball, I wanted to play baseball. Yeah. That was the thing about that moment is that you go, he's an older gentleman and they're trying to rig the game, and he had this injury when he was young.
Everybody they show you in the as the lights are exploding, everybody up in the press booths, right? In the luxury booths, those are all people who are trying to destroy it.
Basically. Yeah, everybody's trying to ruin his career.
And they had to watch him hit that home run and just including Kim Basinger.
Kim Basinger, yeah, she's kind of the
like seduces him. And,
trying to
the femme fatale.
The femme fatale, absolutely.
It is such a good movie.
It is such a good movie, and I think that being as young as I was and not understanding the rules of sports or knowing yet what it would be like to be out there in the field, the combination of the music, which was by good. Randy Newman.
Randy, man.
Which is crazy to me.
LA, Randy Newman.
Yes, and you got friend
Toy Story.
Me. Yes.
Yeah.
We're talking about that guy who is such a prolific, talented songwriter.
And Three Amigos, Randy Newman.
Three Amigos, Randy Newman.
Oh, my gosh.
Blue shadows on the trail.
Blue
shadows on the trail.
Sorry, I'll stop.
No, it's okay. We'll get to that movie eventually at some point in time. But that is the magic of cinema, because it's the style of the filming, the music, combined just the look of everything. You can't help but feel when a ball shatters a light bulb and you just see sparks raining down on a field, way more than there probably
was. I mean, that one ball destroyed every bulb in the entire place. Which it may not be scientific, but sports, it makes sense.
Sports, it makes sense.
Sports science.
And director Barry Levinson, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Barry Levinson.
1984. So yeah, I was very young, but I saw this movie and I immediately was like, I want to play baseball. That made this movie incredibly special, and it was wild to me that when I was looking back at it recently, Robert Redford, when he filmed this, was our age.
Shut up.
46.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was looking
I'm not
at
40. I'm not
46.
46.
I'm sorry. I misspoke. I meant
28.
Robert Redford was 32
years old,
That's amazing.
which reads on paper as 46. So he was 48 when it came out, but when he filmed those scenes, he was 46 years old. And I was watching, and I was like, he and I were the same age in this.
My man
movie.
looks good.
Robert Redford looks good.
Yeah.
He always still looks good.
It's good when
That
Jakey.
was my sentimental, saccharine, like,
The emotional side to
the
it.
emotional side.
Well,
That's awesome. It's so beautiful.
If anyone
though.
was ever wondering where the heart is in Upward Spiral, it's over there.
If we do a Wizard of Oz remake,
Yes.
That's right.
then I get to be.
Listen,
Yeah.
Noli is the brain,
Brain.
Jakey is the heart,
Uh-huh.
and I'm the butt.
Who are we going to next?
We're going to go to Noli.
We're going to send it over to Noli.
Me.
Noli, it is your turn to set this up.
Okay, I said before that I'm a fan of soccer, that I played soccer.
Yes.
When I was really little in soccer, I actually my first year as a 4-year-old, playing on the Purple Panthers. I would sit down and pick flowers. I was not great at soccer. I remember my grandfather saying, "I'll give you $1 if you score a goal," and I stood up and I ran a couple times. I was
Awesome.
Like,
It's motivating. Come on.
Sat down, kept picking flowers. We watched a movie, which I always knew as Victory. Okay. I think it's actually called Road to Victory is the full title of it.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was called Victory. It's from the early 80s.
I've never heard of this film at all.
Okay, so this is a film about a POW camp in occupied France, German occupied France during World War II.
Okay.
So you've got all of these people in this camp who they find out happen to be like they've got this professional soccer player on the team. They've got these people who are pretty good at soccer. The German guards who are part of a soccer league, they decide let's have a competition. Let's have a game.
How would you like to play a game against a team from the Wehrmacht?
Yeah.
Let's play because I bet you can't beat us because we're better than you. Because even though you're a professional, all you stupid non-German, non-Nazi people suck.
Right.
So we're better than you at this.
Yeah.
While this is going on, the Canadian soccer superstar, not at all, named Sylvester Stallone. Oh.
Please, sir, can I have my ball back?
Young Sylvester Stallone. Yes.
Is he playing a French person?
J'avais un entraînement à Paris.
He's playing a Canadian.
Oh, Canadian.
Yeah.
That's right. You just said Canadian.
Well, because, Canadians sound like this.
Hey, hoser.
Hey, hoser.
So he's trying to escape. He starts to think, maybe I can do the escape plan around this soccer game. But they're like, no, it's too dangerous. Not worth it. We're not going to do it. And he's like, well, screw it. If you're not going to let me escape, then I'm just going to escape. And he does, and he breaks out. when he breaks out, he runs with like French, rebellion forces.
Right.
And they're saying to him, wait, I think we can break them out. If we can get somebody inside to get them ready, we can break them out from the game while it's being played.
Right.
So go back, go get caught again, and then tell them that if they play the game and they can find a way to make it exciting enough that we can flood the field, we can get everybody out of there.
Wow.
So he's like, so they play the game. The game is like totally unfair. The referees are totally for the Nazis.
And Nazis never cheat.
Nazis never cheat.
No.
So they're losing at halftime 4-1.
Oh my God! The odds against them.
This is a disaster.
This is a disaster. They're never going to win.
Absolute disaster.
Why does this movie end so tragically?
It's so tragic. Except
I don't want to see it.
the former soccer star, played by Mike O'Kane,
Oh, really?
Mike O'Kane.
leads the rest of his team, which includes so many. Robbie Moore, but the soccer player Pele.
Pele.
We all know, right?
The
Brazilian
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
goddess
god.
of volcanoes.
The Brazilian legend.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, wow.
He is in this movie.
Oh,
and
wow. They got the real guy.
They got the real guy.
How many is a Brazilian?
I think there's 6 or 7 in one Brazilian.
Okay, good.
What was,
I have
what
no
was
idea.
that?
It was like a photo that somebody
yeah.
had of George W. Bush, and it said, "Sir, we've lost."
We've lost 5 Brazilian soldiers.
And he
Oh
goes,
my God.
Oh my God! How many is a Brazilian?
This is considered the Babe Ruth of
soccer.
Yeah, Pele is like legendary to this day.
legendary to this day. So the odds are against them. They're getting fouled all the time. It's hopeless. It's useless. What do you do? They have to score goals that are so clearly goals that they can't be called back.
Okay.
They managed to take the game to 4-3. They've
Okay.
almost tied it up. And then this happens.
Is that Pele?
Got it, yeah.
This is
He's gonna go
him?
in. He's injured. He's hurt. You know why he got hurt? Because the stupid Germans fouled him.
Oh, those German
There's Michael Caine.
So he's injured from the earlier moment, and he's going to try to find a way to play because he knows there's only 4 minutes remaining. We need him.
The Germans are powerful and very strong.
Okay, here we go. Look at this. One arm tied to his body because he's in so much pain. Doesn't matter. Look how good he is, though. You can't stop him. You can't stop Pele.
Yeah, stop Pele.
Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, ooh. Oh, he hit him again. Oh, stop hitting him there.
Oh, the Germans.
Oh, he punched him back, though. He'll pop back, though. Here we go.
Good move.
Oh, twice, 3 times. Oh, through the legs.
through the legs.
Through the legs.
Get him.
Oh, my God.
Look it wide!
Duffy wide. Here we go. This is the moment.
Sit. Oh, slow-mo. Oh, it's going to be a great shot.
Look at this. Look at this freaking kick.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I love it.
Replay. You
Replay.
gotta see it. You
Instant
gotta see
replay.
it. You gotta see it. He's seeing it in his mind.
Wow, what a move. Is that a bicycle kick?
That's called a bicycle kick. This was Pele's signature move, and he actually scored goals in the World Cup and in professional soccer with this kick. He was so good. Look at that. See? And now the other Nazis, they're like, can we celebrate? Of course you can't, because the goal was so good. Because it was so good, it was so great that everyone's allowed to celebrate. Because before this, the Germans up in the stands, like, we can't celebrate. They're the bad guys. But when the colonel stands up, it's like, no, it's too good. It's too good.
He's like, don't hit my chest. Ow.
When I was watching this movie as a kid, and I hardly even understood what was happening, I just knew this seems important.
Yeah.
A lot of like that, they seem to be not easily winning here. This seems like a big moment, and this guy's come on the field and he's injured, and he's done this incredible move. Despite all that, despite all odds, he won the game with this incredibly impossible kick, and it was so good that you couldn't disallow the goal. You couldn't, like, it was so good. And I thought, that's pretty great.
That is.
I think I want to do that.
That's enough to make you stop picking wildflowers.
I think I'm going to stand up and actually run after the soccer ball and play.
Love it.
Yeah.
That was the moment.
So I did, and
it's been a love of your life.
I got really good.
Yeah, you did.
I got really good at soccer.
I've heard stories.
It's
Tales.
It's my best sport.
It's your best sport.
Yeah. Road to Victory.
Road to Victory. Great choice, Noel.
That's a
That is
cool
good one.
movie.
Yeah, it is a cool movie.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it, never seen a clip of it, and
Yeah.
there were some good actors in there
Fun,
too.
right?
So
Max
it's
von
amazing.
Sydow,
Max von Sydow,
Mike Cocaine.
Mike Cocaine. I did have one before we moved to Clayton's Choice. I learned something that I think
That's my favorite dramatic
Clayton's
movie, by the way.
Choice. Clayton's Choice.
There are secrets we have yet to imagine. One of them is
Clayton's
choice.
So I learned something interesting about the word soccer the other day, and I thought this was pretty fascinating. So here's the thing. Football is what it's known as, right?
But there are several types.
There are several types. And so here's an interesting factoid as to why the Americans call it soccer.
I love this.
So back in England, it was called association football. But the English have the tendency to shorten things and make their own slang. So they shortened association to ASOC.
Assoc.
And so then at the time, this was in the 1800s, they would throw ER at the end of words that they would turn into slang,
Soccer.
So it was their slang first.
Yes,
so
it's theirs.
then,
It's their
so,
word.
so then they started moving over to the United States, and all the people who are coming over that are English to the United States, they're like, we're bringing over this sport, but American football is already starting up. So they're like, well, that's fine. We'll just use the English term that we've coined, soccer. And then gradually, everybody back in England goes, we're done with that slang. It's gone now. We're going back to football. But nobody told the Americans. And now to this day, the English give Americans crap for
using their word.
For using their word.
Yes. Yes.
When I heard that, I was like, that is hilarious.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had rugby football and ASOC football.
Yeah.
Or ASOC football.
Yeah. And so a soccer
Yeah.
was their term.
It's their term.
They gave it to us.
100%.
Then pretended like we're a bunch of idiots for calling their sports soccer.
After what they named it.
Isn't
Yes.
that what you used to wear during wrestling? Was your ass sock?
Absolutely. My ass sock is the only way to not get my oil
Ass sock.
checked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, this kid's wearing an ass sock.
He's wearing an ass sock. He's pre-plugged.
He's pre-plugged. Can't get in there.
American football is generally in the world called gridiron football.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
And-
that.
Oh, that's so badass.
Yeah.
Gridiron.
Gridiron football. There's gridiron football. There's rugby football. There's a Gaelic football, which
Okay.
is basically what the Australians play.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
So what's Aussie rules?
That's basically what the Aussies play.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's association football, which is what we all play. It's the only one with feet. It should be the one that's called football, honestly.
Yeah.
Soccer should be football, and everything
Yeah.
else should be something else.
Totally.
But
totally.
you know,
And then you got foosball,
foosball's great.
which you guys played the other day.
Oh my
I
gosh.
watched you play the other
ladies
day.
and gentlemen, we
And-
played foosball the other day.
It was a classic. It was an epic match.
Oh my gosh! Every single time, I could not. Like Noel's like, okay, I'm not so good at. I'm like, oh, dude, okay, that's one. Dang it, Noel! Oh, stop it!
It was like one of those things, like if they made a movie about a hustler going from bar to bar and taking people's money for playing foosball, Noel could play that part. He could literally be like, I haven't ever played this, bro.
It was magic. It was insane.
Like imagine somebody, you know, all the sticks on the side. He could just like slide his arm across the top and be like the Noel Carroll special and just be like, bram. And it was just like, yeah,
Noel is the Pele of
the Pele
foosball.
of a foosball.
Oh, there are some good players though. I've gotten worked in foosball. There's some really good players out there. It's a wild game, foosball. So soccer is played by gentlemen but watched by hooligans, and then rugby is played by hooligans but watched by gentlemen. I think so.
But now we move on to what we like to call Clayton's Choice.
Clayton's
Choice.
Clayton's Choice.
Clayton's Choice, the most dramatic of all.
It
films.
won Sundance last year.
It
Clayton's
did.
Choice.
It did. All right, boys. I'm not going to set this up too
Good,
much.
good.
I just want to let you know, as we talked about before, Clayton,
Sure.
little Clady Cogswell.
Okay.
Not very good at sports. Wanted to be, never was.
Right.
But I saw this one movie when I was too young to watch it.
Perfect.
And changed
Is it
my
Revenge
life.
of the Nerds?
No.
I was about to make the same
Close.
joke. I was like, was it Revenge of the Nerds?
Close. But it gave me faith, gentlemen.
Is it a ski movie?
No, it's not Hot Dog.
The movie that defies the forces of gravity, sanity, and good taste. Hot Dog.
Hot Dog the movie.
I was hoping he was gonna say Hot Dog.
Not Hot Dog. This one, though, it gave me my choice of a new sport that I like to call anarchy.
This is so Clayton. Oh, hell yeah. golf clubs.
Injection golf clubs. Can you guys get that custom on your bags? Chevy.
Personal guru, Bill Murray.
Oh my God. That is a great choice.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
You were too young, Clayton. You were too young to be watching this movie.
Everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
That is a great choice.
That changed my life.
So you wanted to play golf. You're like, because one...
No. I didn't want to play golf.
You wanted to blow up golf.
I wanted to burn everything down to the ground because I was so bad at everything. And it was like, you know what?
There you
Screw
go.
all this.
Good.
And then I saw that and went, yes, Bill Murray. Blow it all up. So that was the thing. Yeah, like I love golf. I love the whole thing. What's the line, Noli, that Mark Twain came up with? Golf is a
good walk spoiled.
Yeah.
Yes.
A good walk spoiled.
Yes,
I like
exactly.
that. I like
so listen, that movie changed my life because at the end of the day, it taught me that you could take everything so seriously. There's like high stakes on everything, and he misses the thing. At the end of the day, it's just a game. And there's Bill Murray in my head just blowing up every single golf hole. Whenever anything gets too serious for me, there he is.
The FBI has a file on him for sure.
For sure.
For sure. They've been following him since Caddyshack.
We worry about, like, are they listening in on our phones? But he literally just puts it on the show.
Just literally
television.
says, hey, I want everybody to know that I want to burn it all down.
Yeah.
Just like in life, everything is so serious if you let it be serious.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to be an idiot who wants to blow up all the holes. And it's kind of like, whatever.
Caddyshack is the movie that I think that if you're not like a huge sports nut, or whatever, it'll speak to anybody because it's good comedy, but it's also can also inspire you to be like, golf would be fun. So there's a reason why you still enjoy playing golf.
I do love me some golf, actually.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's a fun game.
A lot of fun. Yeah. I've enjoyed it as of recently. It's very fun. It's a good excuse to hang out with my friends on a beautiful day.
Have a
drive
couple
around,
beers.
Have a couple beers, no matter what time of day. And I love it.
Yeah.
So
competitiveness gets in the way of sports, even though it's so important for sports, right?
Sure.
Like you want your city's team to win, you want your kids' team to win, you want you want your country to win, right? Like, so you do want to win, and that's what makes it great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's this thing where if you're doing it right, you and a community get to celebrate something together. And it brings together people of all different races, religions, creed, political leanings, everything.
Yeah.
To agree that, well, I might hate this about you, but I really would love to watch those Yankees win this game or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a fun thing in that regard because yes, there's a winner and yes, there's a loser, but if you look at it kind of over all time, almost everybody at some point gets a chance to be the winner, and when that happens, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun, and it is a way to bring us together if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Even if you're a Nazi, you could appreciate Pele.
You can still
doing a bicycle
Max
kick. And you go,
Montreal.
all right, guys.
Yeah, you can communicate this idea of overcoming the odds, beating, all the odds are stacked against you, and you rose up and you beat it. You did it with a team, you did it with a community, but you did it for yourself. You doubted yourself, and then you stepped in and you did it, and everybody's, so that is a universal feeling in anything that you do in life. You feel like I can't, and then you can. And so when I got older and started to understand a little bit more, like I watched Wrexham. Wrexham is a perfect example of a show where I'm like, I now get, here's this Welsh community that's small town and has really been struggling, and they don't have a lot going for them in terms of before the show airs, struggling. Yeah. And then the show airs, but it brings them together. There's all these differences and problems in the town, but they come together with this common goal. And I think that that's what's so cool about sports. Like you just said, it's bringing people together, a common goal. You can cheer, all different types.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you out there in YouTube land, what was the sport movie that changed your life and made you want to go? Actually, if there are any professional athletes out there watching this, let us know what the movie was that inspired you.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I'm talking to you.
Exactly. So make those comments down below, and you guys ready to strap in?
I'm ready to strap in.
Let's see what it is this week.
I have my
Here we go.
wrestling one piece in.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your catapult.
I like his pad level, James. Open field runner. Yeah. Hey, look at him go. The 20. Wes, he might do it. Wes, he's going to do it. Oh, my goodness, buddy, do it. Do it. Do it. Touchdown. Oh, man, he's my favorite squirrel. Look at him. Oh, poor guy. He's tired. That's a celebration. He's trying to celebrate. Worn out.
Good night, everybody.
That was nuts.
Spiral, upward spiral, upward spiral.
Whoops. Yeah!